here with Sheepdog Ops, and I'm pretty positive he's half frozen. That's a whole nother thing, though. First thing I need to say is, if you're going to stop this video right now, fucking Tommy. That's all I got to say, because this is going to be the most American post that you see on YouTube and you see on any other freaking site today. I'm just saying. Right. I'm throwing that out there right now to start off with. I got the red, white, and blue lights on. I got the red, white, and blue cup on. I got the red, white, and blue Battleraddle on. I got the red, white, and blue flag up. I can't be any more fucking American today than right fucking now. So, with no further ado, I am going to introduce today. Mike, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, sir? Hey, listen, for all you patriots out there, everybody in the service, watch this through and through, because there's going to be some sneak peeks that is going to be special. You're going to get some freebies, and also there's a really cool coincidence at the end. But yeah, watch this thing all the way, man, because you need to know it. You need to know why we're celebrating July 4th, not just why you go to the local fireworks stand, okay? And before we start, to give you guys all these great freebies, pick up your brand new Battleraddle mug, man. Look how good this looks. 100% classy. Our boys at Spartan Hydroponics make those for us. Also, guys, look at this. This post right here. Let me play it just so that you don't get confused.
Which post are we looking at?
We're looking at the Independence Day post, all on Facebook, everywhere. We have it everywhere, guys. But anyway, here's the deal with that. Check this out. If we get 1,500 shares, I told everybody that they'll get a T-shirt. All right. We need 1,500 individual shares. So that's a lot of money for us to put out there, but we want the name out there, so it's worth it to us. So
I don't have enough shirts, guys, so go share that, please.
That's right.
I got my eye on a couple.
Any shirt you want, guys, 1,500 of them. Bam. Only condition is it's got to be done before July 4th ends. So get out there, share the Independence Day post, guys.
Get it done, get it done, get it done.
So what are we going to talk about today, my man?
So what we're going to talk about today, because we've done a couple special, or we've done one special so far, and I really enjoyed doing the specials with you, Mike. I think that was
I know.
fun.
I was going to say the same thing. It's and it actually got the most views at any of our podcasts, and I don't know why that is, but hey.
No one wants to listen to our guests. They just want to listen to our sultry voices. What it is. What it is. All right. So today we're actually going to talk about 4th of July, also known as the Declaration of Independence, the Independence Day. That's kind of where it came from, is Independence Day, because the Declaration of Independence was signed around that time. Originally adopted on July 2nd, 1776, but it was revised, and the final version was made official 2 days later on the 4th of July, 1776. So if you guys are curious of the actual origin of it, the original document wasn't signed on the 4th of July. The original document was 2 days before. Once they finished doing all their dotting their I's and crossing their T's, then it was finalized and ratified on the 4th of July. And remember, that goes towards the entire Declaration of Independence, which includes your first 10 amendments or your Bill of Rights. They were extremely important. And this, as we go through all the time when we're talking to people on here, how important those Bill of Rights were. Look, it took 2 days for them to make sure that their grammar was correct on everything. So I thought that was a huge fact. I thought that was really important to kind of see, you know what, they didn't just throw this thing together and say, let's tell the British to go fuck off. We took our time. We did what we needed to do to make sure we were good to go with it.
Yeah, that's cool. And you always see all these, 1776 shirts, and there's companies based off of 1776. Like, I can't remember the name of that apparel company, but all you need to know is Battleraddle.
That's the only one that matters.
It's the only one that matters. But 1776, man, that's a huge year. That's huge year, because it's literally what we're celebrating. So,
well, that's what's kind of launched you into what we have today. All the freedoms we have today, the ability to do and be who you are as Americans, to hate what you want to hate, because that's what we can do as Americans. And, it's incredible to think that it happened 200 odd years ago, which we're almost up to 250 something years ago. We're breaking on. They're knocking on that door. We're we're a young country, but we've gone a long ways in that time period. So.
Yeah. And for all those people out there who doubt it and say, oh, well, we're living in a country where laws and stuff were based out of 1776 and we're so much advanced nowadays with AI and all this stuff and we need to adapt. Man, let me tell you something. These principles, oh, a lot of people believe them and a lot of great things have happened. And we wouldn't even have an innovative nation where you live in if it wasn't based off these rules. So I'd say to all you guys out there that maybe we should look at the rules of the independence, the Declaration of Independence, and figure out how we can live in a modern society with these rules and improve on these rules. But that foundation is just what we're all about, man.
Absolutely. So you were talking before we got on here, and you had this incredible fact that it still blows my mind.
Oh yeah, it blows my mind too. Hey, but we're gonna save that till the end.
Are you? You want to say that? Okay. So
dude, it's worth everybody out there waiting until the very end.
You know what? You're right. It is. It's absolutely worth it. Don't push it. We're gonna hold on. So one of the next facts we're gonna talk about. I'll spit this one, and then you got the next one, Mike.
Yeah.
Is the Liberty Bell. This is a very, very important bell that sits out in Pennsylvania. It's Independence Hall. It's a huge part to our history.
Oh yeah.
And every year it is actually tapped 13 times on every 4th of July. It cannot be rung for fear of cracking the historic bell. It has not been rung since 1846, and it's an iconic bell. You guys seen it in all the movies and all the other literature that's out there. It has this big crack that they've pinpointed and tried to hold it together, but every year they still tap it 13 times to represent the first original 13 colonies that built this great nation that we're sitting on right now. So I thought that was kind of cool, a little piece that is I think is obscure, and that's what I'm good at, is useless knowledge like that. And I hope that someday I get on The Price is Right and some kind of millionaire show, and that's my question. So
go for Jeopardy, man. Go for Jeopardy or the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh,
Liberty Bell. Hey, man, Liberty Bell. Check this out. I've actually been to the Liberty Bell, and I've actually seen the Liberty Bell. I took a picture with Liberty Bell, and I did not get to ring the Liberty Bell, my friends. But it is kind of old, and it's hanging in there. They say don't sneeze too hard when you're around the bell, and they've got the little
rope offs.
Yeah, the rope offs. They're like, if you gotta sneeze, go to the bathroom. It's like, wow.
Turn around, get away from here.
Yeah.
Don't ruin this.
Yeah, that thing's old, man. But it was cool. I went with my unit, actually. We were on, I shouldn't say this, but we were on orders, man. And the last day we had all our training done. We were about to go to Kuwait, and we went. It's right downtown Pennsylvania. You walk in, a lot of super historic stuff, and right by there actually is where they signed the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, right there, man, downtown Pennsylvania. Unbelievable, man. You can't even, you can walk in there and see it, but just to think that all that time ago, you stood where all those important people stood.
Well, it's an iconic picture, right? That is Independence Hall. That is
Independence Hall, yep.
That is where everyone stood and decided, you know what? Fuck you and your tea. And biscuits will be biscuits with gravy on them and not crackers. So kiss our ass. That kind of
stuff. Right. Yeah. And imagine how much controversy and everything that was going on back then, but they had all the foresight and the wherewithal to really believe in something. And that came a long way, man, for me and you to be talking about this and starting a whole company off of this. And
a couple companies at this point, we've got a couple of great ideas that are blossoming and getting bigger and bigger as we speak every freaking day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for this Sheepdog thing, man. We're going to kill it. So let's keep moving here. Okay, the first Independence Day was celebrated. Get this, 2.5 million people, all right? 2.5 million people celebrated the Declaration of Independence when it first started. But that's nothing compared to today, man. 316 million people, and probably more than that. That's just a conservative estimate that the internet has. But I think it's more than that because wherever block I'm at on July 4th and whatever county I'm on, everybody's
5 million by itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so loud that it's probably way more than that. But that's interesting to think that how could you start something where the littlest population was celebrating it, and now today the biggest population is celebrating it strong, man. Strong federal holiday, still lighting off fireworks.
Well, and it's crazy to think that only 2.5 million people lived right here in the United States. And you got to imagine this, that we only had one coast. We lived in at that time
That was East Coast, man.
East Coast was the only coast that we had, and now you turn around and almost 250 years later, you've got, we're just shy of 250 years, I believe. But you've got, coast to coast celebrating the greatest holiday in, our nation's history, if you ask me.
Yep.
And that's the ability to be free.
That's right.
Because that's what we wanted. That's what we fought for.
And it may not seem united, but being united is part of that. We're free, but we're united. And as a lot of people think, like all the politics and stuff like that, that we're not united, I don't think that, man. I think we are united. We just don't say anything. All those people that love Trump, man, and they don't like that one lady on there. I don't even know. I can't even remember. What was her name that was yelling at Joe Biden?
Whichever
the lawyer. She thinks she's all fancy schmancy. The lawyer lady, Camilla.
Kamala Harris.
You know what I think, man? I really think that, a little off topic a little bit, sorry about this, but I think we're all united, right? Everybody really does, in some way or another, can identify and likes the President Trump. And they think that, I think in my mind that they'd like to see Kamala go up to him and duke that out, because I don't see anybody else up there. Maybe Bernie that would, but Bernie just, he couldn't.
And I think the problem is that when you look at it, you got so much divide right now. Since we're getting on the political top, you got so much divide in ideology and things like that. It's insane. But if something were to happen right here on this soil, and someone was to, I don't know, do something here, I think as a nation, we would do the exact same thing the last time it happened right here, and we'd bond together and realize that for the greater good of the
100%.
And that's what really matters. I think that's the biggest point that we can stress here is that we're always going to be Americans, no matter what your background or heritage was or came from. You're American. We're American. We're born in America. And you were raised in America, and you should be raised as Americans, not these 100,000 different other places you can be from.
Yeah.
You just gotta remember that.
Yeah, and even if you come from somewhere else, that's okay. I think that's okay. No problem, right? But you still need to understand the heritage and what it means to be American, because that's got to be a contribution to society. I mean, if we, let everybody just nickel and dime that and take it away, man, it won't be the same. So that's something we got to protect, got to fight to protect. All right, what's next?
All right, so we're going to keep going with this 4th of July theme, apparently, here. Anyway, fireworks are a major part of the celebrations because the first Independence Day celebration on July 4th, 1777, this is a year after we decided we're going to be free, Americans gathered to watch the sky illuminated to celebrate the new nation. And you can imagine that we have all these new songs, we have our songs written from prisons and things like that, like our what is the word? We sit there, we put our hand over our heart, we salute to this bad boy. The song for this country, and there's fireworks. There's bombs bursting in the air. There is life because we are free.
Yeah.
Just imagine that that's where it's all started, and from that moment, we have continued that tradition all the way through, no matter what's been going on.
That's great.
You think about all the wars we've been through. You think about all the wars we've had on our own soil, and there's something that's been held dear and near to everyone's heart to sit there with the national anthem playing and to understand how important it is that this nation is what it is to whoever's comes to it. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah, a lot of emotion when that song plays, man. I really do like that. And you know, they always say somebody within 6 degrees of 6 degrees of freedom. I think they say, but basically, if you took 6 people randomly, you would know that person. But I think, in regards to the nation, its independence, and families who have served this country, man, it don't take long before you hit somebody who served in some military, some form or fashion, a family member, and they know what that means at some point or another. Probably 1 or 2 degrees of people, with one or two of people. So a lot of people affected by patriotism, service of country, and the independence factor for sure, who have fought for some portion of it, I think.
Absolutely. And that's the huge thing. That goes back to our Memorial Day special and everything that we've covered so far with being a podcast and talking about, veterans and first responders and everything. It just kind of rolls all up into one, if you ask me. And
Yeah.
I'm going to just kind of shoot into this next one.
Sure.
Way we because it goes right along with what I was saying about how it being 1777 when we had our first firework display. There are around actually 15,000 Independence Day fireworks celebrations every year. Each year, Americans light about 200 million pounds of fireworks.
Wow.
Now, just imagine that. That's just that much freedom boom going on across the United States of America. And
freedom boom?
Motherfucking boom. Just going across the United States of America.
Yeah.
And that's huge. That's huge. That is absolutely huge.
But there's so much carbon dioxide produced from them.
Well, it's not going to be my planet forever.
That's right. Light more this year, baby. Light more this year.
Blow it up. I just spent a whole bunch of money on it today, so.
Me too. Me and my neighbors are going to get a little blockchain. Going to get a blockchain going on for all you Bitcoin people out there, man. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich on Bitcoin. Yeah.
All right. So let's go into the next two. I think the next two are right up your alley, though.
All right. 4th of July beats any other holiday for what, baby? Grilling, chilling, and outdoor living. It's more than Memorial Day, Labor Day, and Father's Day combined, man. Everybody out there for July 4th. That's insane.
Mind you, that's still kind of BS. That Father's Day, we have to be stuck grilling, but Mother's Day, we're out taking, everyone to dinner and spending a bunch of money on it.
Yeah,
I don't understand it still.
I don't get it either, yeah. So around 87%, man, of American homes have an outdoor grill. Wow. That's insane.
I got 2. Is that a problem? I feel like I'm too much of that percentage there right there.
You're definitely adding to that percent. Yeah.
But you think about it. You go out. Every year. You go out and you meet up with family. Like I'm doing this tomorrow. I'll be out, or today actually. We're recording this the day before, so that way we can all go spend some time with family. I just want you guys to know that. So I'll be out with family. I'll have the kids in the pool. We'll be out barbecuing. I bought a couple tri-tips, some nice juicy tri-tips from our meat market here locally. I got a bunch of corn from fresh corn from our Fresno State out here. They've got their own market, and I went and picked up like 30 things of corn. We're going to throw it on the grill. I don't think there's anything better. You got a nice ice cool brew. You got some meat on the barbecue. You got some corn on the barbecue. You got all the potato salads and fixins, and you're just enjoying what somebody fought for because they thought, you know what, we deserve better. We deserve the ability to be whoever we want to be, and it's just deep down, it hits you.
And just celebrating that deep down feeling is awesome. Doesn't matter when you go on a mobilization or whatever, but man, that the realization of the solemn acts of so many individual people all devoted to one cause, man, over a long period of time that's still celebrated today, and everybody knows what that is, that kind of gives you chills, and I love that, man.
Well, and you think about it, like, because we did the Memorial Day special, and we started that whole thing off with this, is it a happy celebration? You know, because that was
No.
for people who died for us to sit here
Right.
right now. And it's no different than Independence Day. If you ask me, the celebration of Independence Day is for the exact same reason. It's just for an older group of people who decided to go out. People like me and you, mind you. These weren't trained soldiers. These weren't trained militia. This wasn't a group of people who were highly qualified in, well, let's say killing. This was farmers and businessmen,
Right. Yeah. Regular people.
regular people who got their arms together and said, you know what, we're going to go fight for this because we don't feel like it's right. Some dude 3,000 miles away eating his tea and crumpets is going to sit here and tell me how I have to live my life and what I've got to give
Yeah.
up. That's not right.
Yeah. And it standed the test of so many wars and so much time. Even before Hitler came around, man, started killing everybody. Man, talking about something that started before all that and got signed and dedicated to for generations. I mean, that's why it's a big deal, guys. You guys coming out there, brand new generation, don't even know what you're celebrating. You're just lighting off fireworks. Listen, man, this is what it's all about. People, a lot of people died for this, man. A lot of people love this. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And so I think that leads us right into, I know I went on my soapbox there for a little bit and we kind of got a little sappy, but we've got some really cool, I think this is the coolest fact of the night. I think this
Yeah,
is.
and I didn't even know this before we started this, but a remarkable coincidence on top of the 1776 year is that, it's kind of about they signed the Declaration of Independence, right? Came up with it July 2nd, 1776, signed it on July 4th, 1776. And the people who signed that was Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. Those are two people who basically went on to become a president of the United States. So they're the most memorable, right? Other people signed it, but those were actually presidents. And it just so happens, by remarkable coincidence, that they both died on the same day. Okay. And that day was July 4th of 1826, some odd years later. So talk about something that has withstood the test of time with just a remarkable,
That's
you want to
exactly
call
50
it
years
coincidence or
after.
what? Yeah, 50 years after, and they're both died on the same day. And that was only a 50th anniversary celebration. So, I mean, all these people, man, they made the sacrifices for us. So the least we could do is go out there on July 4th, reunite with family, celebrate every barbecue and beer with your boys or people who you've served with, and just really understand why you're doing that and be thankful for that. You know what I mean? And hopefully this podcast contributes to that in some form or fashion for you so that you can tell people, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? It has been a blessing. I've actually had quite a few people reach out to me for this. I've got 2 or 3 people actually lined up to interview these next couple of weeks. We kind of took
Perfect.
this week off to really, I wanted to really bring in some people. And we're doing this a little bit later than we wanted to. But we got some other YouTubers who are motivational speakers for vets and stuff like that. I've actually ran into my VFW today. They're doing some events. They want us to come out and hang out and vlog it up and do some interviews with some old guys from Vietnam era and stuff like that. And I think
Perfect.
I'm so stoked about it. I sat there for a good 40 minutes talking to these old vets. And they just expressed to me how excited they are about the new vets because we're the guys that are going to take over. We're the ones who keep those kind of programs running and helping people and saving lives at times, because they
Yeah.
need somebody to talk to. So
Yeah. They definitely need an outlet. It's really important. And I mean, we're just at the beginning, man. I know me and you have talked offline about creating foundations and partnering up with other organizations, but yeah, we got to do that, man. This is it. This is our time.
yep, and we're on the brink of it, and we've got a few of them that we're interested in. We want to make sure that we're putting our place in the right hands. And
Yep.
so over the next few weeks, you're going to see us start partnering with some people who are out there helping vets, who are helping first responders, who are helping anybody who needs the help, and that's what we're trying to do here. Again, like we say, every time I talk to somebody and invite them on, everyone has a story, and somebody somewhere needs to hear it.
That's right.
So I just
Yeah,
remember.
that's really important. No matter what is going on, somebody can always benefit from somebody else's situation.
now that we've gone over the sappy, crappy stuff, Mike, I know you got some cool stuff going on, at least until tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now, real quick, guys, I know I blasted it to you in the beginning. Bravo 1, Golf 1 is buy one, get one. So get yourself one T-shirt, and then the next one's on us. Use that coupon at checkout. A ton of our posts, guys, if you invite friends to like our page, I'm telling you right now, that's going to help us. So as a reward for you for inviting people to like our page, we'll send you whatever you want. Bullet pen, T-shirt, don't matter, right? Wear it, be proud to wear it. Send us another photo, might get yourself another T-shirt. Anything to help the cause and promote. If you stream, if you're a streamer on Twitch, another streaming platform, it don't matter. You take Bitcoin, it don't matter. We'll pay. We'll get you our link. We'll put it up there, and you can start earning some money on that. And then mostly, what I really want you guys to do though is on our post, that post that I showed you when we first started, I want you to go to our page and I want you to share, because I want to get up to 1,500 shares on this post, man. Our Independence Day post, it's loading right now, but what I'm talking about.
We'll definitely have that link to that post in the description. So guys,
good idea.
Share it, love it. Make sure that you let them know that you care about them. Also, make sure that if you found them through this right here.
Right there. Go ahead.
Yeah. You have the silence on. You have the volume.
No, it's okay. I just want to let them know so that they know what video to look for.
All right, so that's the video you guys are looking for. If you guys are finding Battleraddle because or you're coming through me and you're seeing Sheepdog Ops and you see Battleraddle through that and you go over there and check them out, let them know that we sent you. In the seller note, just say, hey, I got sent by Sheepdog Ops or SD Ops, whatever it is. Let them know that we sent you here, because I can guarantee you Mike's hooked every single person that's come around up with that, and they have been nothing but grateful for it. They get, you get a few couple trinkets and stuff like that. Just that way, if you guys go that way, they're the ones who keep this running. You guys have been nothing but gracious with all the stuff that you put up with my temper tantrums and stardom and everything like that, with all 28 subscribers I have at this moment right now. But
hey, it's growing, man.
Yeah, it's growing slowly but surely, but we're getting there. And I've reached out. There's so many people who've reached out because of it. So yeah. I cannot be any happier right now than I am, and just the future that we have going on. So
we're gonna do it together, brother.
Absolutely. Do you got anything else for Battleraddle side?
That's it, man. Help us out, guys. That's all I'm asking.
All right. So as we always say when we're doing this stuff, is Sheepdog Ops is all over the place. The podcast is on Anchor. You can find it on Google. You can Google Podcast, Android Podcast, iTunes. You can find us pretty much on any audio source that you look up. Obviously, if you're looking at this video, you're on YouTube right now. Go over to one of those other ones, hit the subscribe button. If you can't watch the video, you can listen to us. We got our donate button over at anchor.com or anchor.fm. You guys can donate to that, or you can subscribe to the channel. It helps us get better guests on, get better equipment on, get better everything, so we can go out to more events, do more, just do more videos for you guys. Outside of that, Patreon you can donate to, and if you buy any shirts, that's all comes, all the excess comes right back to us. So, and we dump it right back in. Nothing's getting paid out to either one of us as far as the podcast goes, just so you guys know. But everything comes right back into it, so we can give you guys the opportunity to meet some of the great people that we've met, or to see the events that we're going to. Like next month, we're going to be, or this month, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be at the Veteran Effects, hopefully on the 18th.
Yeah. I got annual training, so I'm not going to be able to go to that one, guys. But we're going to post that, show you where it's at. It's up here in Northern California. So yeah, get-togethers, buy our shirts, donate. All that is going to come right back to you guys, and everything that we can do to get better at this. You know what I mean? As we go along, for sure.
Absolutely. And we've started a couple of new shirt lines that me and Mike have been working on together, actually, with the morale patch shirt line that we're kind of
we're getting
Battleraddle. And I'm super pumped about this. And the one thing that I want to say, if you guys have morale patches that you'd like to see make their way, send them to me. I'll make sure that they get sent to these guys, and they'll turn it into something awesome, because that's where a lot of those ideas have come from. I've got people who sent them to me. I was like, like one of the ones that just got approved for everything, that Secret Squirrel one. I tell you what, that was one of my favorites, and it was from just somebody who listened to the podcast sent it to me, that he had on one of his BDUs way back when. So yeah, if you guys have that stuff, let me know. Let us know. We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll do it up big too.
Yeah. Any idea that we could put on a design, we'll do it. As long as it's kosher.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, get out there, support us, support the podcast, buy the gear, donate. You could donate to support at Battleraddle, or you could donate at sheepdogmindset@gmail. We'll give you the PayPal. Just email us, let us know.
Absolutely. Oh, and then after last week, we have one of our guests was gracious enough over at CB Home Improvements that anything you donate to the podcast, they will actually take that, as long as you have receipts and you have proof that you donated to us. They will take that and put that towards your labor cost if you do any jobs with them. And I tell you what, Joe,
and they're going to double the contribution, I think he said. So give us 10, he'll give you, you put in 25, he'll put in 25, I think in direct labor, or he might match it. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah. So you'll get in contact with them as long as you have proof that you donated to this and everything going on. He'll take care of you over on their side with the labor costs and stuff like that. He's excellent dude. If you haven't seen that podcast, go back and
watch it. Yeah, he's a great guy. I know that guy personally, guys.
He'll be back on here in the next couple of weeks, actually. He's got some more he wanted to say, and so we're going to make sure he gets on here.
That's great.
All right, Mike, I think that's it for this episode. If you ain't got nothing else.
I'm all good. Do your line, baby. Love you. Love all you guys out there, man. Keep it up.
Here we go, as we always do. I just want to say one more time, thank you to everyone who's been on and everyone who's going to be on. I want to thank you guys who serve right now. Go get your Battleraddle merch. That All-American branch right there, pushing All-American clothing. And as we always do when we end this, don't be the